This poem's called The Bigot. Boy, let me tell you, I had a good life. Raised 3 sons, big as Brahma bulls. All married now, got their own homes and families. Elders took the ranch, and yep, just like his old pappy, can't believe I'm a grandpa. My next boy owns his own butcher and grocery store. Yes, sir, run into him 2, maybe 3 times a week. Got himself one of the prettiest gals in the county. She's expecting, you know, a little boy soon. Youngest boy moved out to Dallas, works at the Capital. Yeah, he even got himself a college diploma. He's a good, smart boy. But I was a little disappointed back when he brought home this little gal, told us he was getting hitched. Shit, I thought she was a northern Paiute or something. Turns out, she's Chinese. Never did totally understand that boy. They live in this apartment, top floor of some 5-story building. Shit, never catch me higher than the roof of the barn. Just hope he be eating right, though. Don't know what that little Chinese woman be feeding him. My wife, Nora, loves all her kids. One time she went to town, she went all the way to town and had supper over there. Went there with the second eldest and his wife. Shit, I told him might not be good for his wife in her condition. She's expecting, you know, a little boy soon. Told him, heard some of that foreign food could turn a man's hair black as coals. Didn't listen to me, though. I stayed home, ate myself a good meal. Rib steak and chili, yes, sir. Give me a good steak, good hot homemade chili, corn sliced taters. That's all I need for a sound sleep. Settle my innards right quick. Well, that's one thing I'll never understand properly till I die. Nora tells me not to be so bigoted. But she don't know all the trouble them kinds of people be causing in the world. And she don't know how backward and barbaric them people and their customs are. And then my own son, my own flesh and blood, educated at Texas University. Shit, I don't know. He tells me she's better than any gal he ever met. Shit, I spent all kinds of money helping him through school. Then he comes home with an Oriental gal. Anyway, I want to tell you about the last blow come to my heart. Haven't mentioned my youngest offspring yet. Now, I love my boys, yes, sir, but I got this baby girl, most beautiful side this side of the state line. She's got the goldest hairs and the bluest eyes, and I was so proud watching her shoot up like a beanstalk, fill out into a good squeezing woman. She said she wanted to go to school in California, but she could persuade my heart to say anything. Well, she wasn't at school but 3 semesters, and then she tells us she's living out there with a man. And not married or nothing, but living like he was. And not with no ordinary man. I couldn't believe my ears. It turns out she's living with a God-blessed Jap. You know, one of them sneaky little fellas. I said, Lordy, Lordy, I hope Eisenhower doesn't turn in his grave. I said to her, those Japs went to war against our country, the country you were born and raised in. And you mean to tell me you're living with a black-haired, barefooted, communist, sword-waving, slanty-eyed Japanese fella? I said, girl, what in darnation are you trying to do to me? Those Japs shouldn't even be allowed to live in this country. I said, girl, your older brother did enough to me marrying a Chinese woman, but do not, I said, do not expect me to bless you and give you away no Jap. Shit, I don't want my daughter to marry no 5-foot midget. Can't even tell them apart from their woman folk. My pappy would have tanned my hide if I told him something like that. Just glad he's not living to hear it. That kind of news would have surely broke his heart. And girl, that's doing a pretty good job on mine. Then the next thing she tells me she's pregnant. And I said, what? You're pregnant? Lord, no, come here and talk to your daughter. She's gone plumb crazy. Oh, wait, let me get out. Wait a minute. Lost my fucking place here. Okay, sorry. You mean to tell me the 2 of you are going to have a child and you aren't even married yet? Lord, have mercy. Now, wait a minute. Doctors nowadays can perform miracles. Now, how long before that baby is due? 2 months? You mean you waited this long before telling me a damn I didn't know what to do? Anyway, she wanted to come home until this baby was born, have this horny Japanese fella that got her pregnant stay with her in my house, and I nearly died. I finally said, okay, and a couple weeks of that, we all sat down and had a long talk. Turns out they were going to get married. This Japanese fella going to law school, be a lawyer. Can you believe that? They actually let these guys help run the country. He's only got about a year before he takes that bar examination. And shit, this young fella sure surprised me. Stood almost 6 feet. Wrestled my biggest boy, threw him all around. Couldn't believe my eyes. Talked good English. Nora fell in love with his cooking. I looked at that stuff and nearly puked, but when they got me to eat it wasn't half as bad as it looked. This fella and I talked quite a few times. Actually got a good head on his shoulders. But shit, I don't know. I can't figure it out. What's right or what's wrong? You see, I love my daughter and my sons and Nora, my wife. But how's it going to be us all living in this great country of ours, not knowing who is a true American and who ain't? Nani? You mean to tell me my son is going to marry a white girl?